let's meet the fighters and bring them out to the stage and to their seats. First, with an outstanding perfect record, 23 fights, 23 victories, 14 wins by knockout, the former WBA Continental Champion and the current, and the undefeated champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn. Chris, the next generation, Eubank Jr.
I can't believe it. I mean, I couldn't believe it the first time around. And, you know, we got to a stage, the fight was announced.
Eddie.
It was the...
You know I don't like you, right?
I don't know.
So, if you know that, what on God's sweet green earth makes you think I'm going to sit here and listen to any of the bollocks that you have to say about
To be honest, I mean, you're going to have to.
No.
You are?
We're not. We're going to have some parliamentary procedure here today.
Okay. Well, one thing's for sure, you ain't no prime
And
minister.
we're going to skip past whatever bullshit it was you thought you was going to talk about, and we're going to continue on with the press conference. Ade, you may proceed.
So as I was saying, Ade...
No.
No, you get your turn.
This is not the Eddie Hearn show.
One thing's for sure, it ain't the Chris Eubank show.
This is not the Eddie Hearn show.
No.
This is Eubank versus Ben, so you can either sabotage this.
You got your man to your right is going to say a few words.
You can either sabotage the event, and I'll just start talking to Ben personally, directly, or you can be quiet and we can move on with the press conference. I don't want to hear anything you have to say.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
We can be here all day.
I've been addressed.
We can be here all day.
I've been addressed.
I don't want to hear what you have to say. So
well, to be honest with you, many people do.
Ade,
I think I'm more popular than you.
Ade, if you want to control the situation and move forward, you can.
I'm enjoying this. This is almost like a mini face-off.
So how would you run the press conference, Chris? Because you're such an unbelievable promoter.
I'm not running it, but I'm just not listening.
So what happens now?
We move on.
What, you talk?
I'd love to talk, but if not me, somebody else.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Conor Benn. How are we feeling about smashing this geezer to pieces April 26th?
Let's hear from Conor.
Yeah? Because I'll tell you something now. I can't wait. I can't wait. I look at you, I look at Nigel. I look at Nigel wants to get in the ring and have a tear-up.
You know what? Listen, Chris can say what he wants. The bottom line is, his dad don't even like him. You could not pay that man enough money to sit in this man's corner. Now that's an accomplishment, Chris. That's an accomplishment. Well done. The most unlikable geezer on the planet. Even your dad don't like you.
Maybe.
Shit,
Maybe.
man. Maybe. Drop the mic.
Chris, okay.
I say all that to say that on April 26th, I'm probably going to be walking into the same environment. But it's okay, because I'm not going to be alone. Like I said, there's two bad guys in this fight. And, you know, there's one in me who has accepted his fate. I gave up on my dreams of being the hero a long time ago. The other still wants and believes and dreams and prays
Chris, speak on behalf of yourself.
of being
Speak on behalf of
the
yourself.
good guy, of
Speak on behalf of
being the
yourself.
golden boy. That's what I believe.
No. Speak on behalf of yourself.
I know. I'm
reality
just
is-
saying what I believe your
You're
mindset
talking
is at
rubbish.
the stage.
This whole time, this whole 10 minutes you've been talking has been rubbish.
It's okay.
And no one's even like, what do you want, a violin?
The sickening thing about this situation is, Conor, you had it.
I have it. You don't have it.
You had it.
No, I have it.
You had
Your career's
everything.
done.
You
You're
had-
fighting a welterweight at the end
you
of your
had-
career. That sums up your
You
career.
had the whole public behind you. Everyone wanted you to win.
see where
Everyone
you're going
wanted
with
you
this.
to be the next big thing in boxing. I never had that.
No one cares.
You know what I would have
want?
given to be in that situation that you were in?
But still nobody cares.
You had it.
But nobody cares still, Chris. You're still going on.
Pissed it all away. You literally pissed it all away. Now, you're here. We're at this press conference. We're going to fight, and you're going to try and use me to get back into the public's good graces. It's just not going to happen for you, kid. Sorry to break it to you.
Conor? To you, Conor.
Okay, thank you, mate.
You're the guy.
Do you know what? I just can't take him seriously, that's all. Do Just look at his career. Every time he's stepped up, he's fouled. Every time. Yeah, you face better oppositions. Well done you, but this is the end of your career. This is the end. This is it for you.
Wow.
I'm 28. Do you know what I mean? You choose to fight a welterweight over Shiraz.
What was your
over,
last fight?
over Janibek, over Adamas, over anybody with a world title. You choose to fight a welterweight. Your career's done.
You're not a welterweight, Conor.
You've achieved your career.
Fought at light middleweight in your last
I
fight.
fought like middleweight to prepare for you.
Okay, so
That's all. That's all. I'm a welterweight.
No, you're not.
I'm a welterweight.
You'll be a welterweight.
And you are going to
after
get
this
beat.
fight.
You are going to get rendered unconscious by a welterweight. Rendered. Yeah, exactly. Like Liam Smith. But that brings back horrors. Exactly like that. Exactly the way he jumped up to 160. And he done exactly that. Have you dancing all funny? That's exactly what's going to happen on April 26th. Except by a welterweight whose name happens to be Ben. And do you know what? You can retire off to the sunset with your pension fund. But this is you done.
Online, and I see that there is a split. You know, I either see people saying Conor Benn's going to knock Eubank out early because he's too young, he's too strong, he's too ferocious, he's too hungry, he's too angry. Or Eubank wins on points because he's too big. Those are the two, and this is not just the public actually, this is respected members of the boxing community, trainers, fighters. Apparently the only way I can win this fight is just because of my size. You know, where's the fucking respect? You know, I've had 34 fights, 25 KOs, and I can only beat this guy because I'm a bit bigger than him?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm gonna beat him because I'm a better fighter than
But
him
you're not.
in every single
But
department.
you're not. If you look at your career's done.
I don't know. But he cannot beat me, that's for sure.
Based on what? Billy Joe, George Groves, Liam Smith. I'm undefeated here. You've tasted defeat. You've been rendered unconscious before. You was eating the canvas, literally.
Rendered unconscious. I finished the fight with my feet, my friend.
Well, your corner saved you. Otherwise, you definitely would have been eating the
Rendered
canvas.
unconscious is far from what I was.
You what? Sorry?
You know,
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
when you're up on your feet,
shut
demanding
up.
that the fight continues, I'm content with a loss like that, and I avenged it. Still got booed the next time I went out into an arena.
Because
but
Liam
it's
Smith
okay.
was 20%. And you still look shit.
Well,
You was 20% and you still look shit. He threw maybe 2 punches around. Please explain to me how you want to give yourself credit. Are you really happy about that?
why are we talking about?
Oh, no, I'm just saying. You just said you was out on your feet and you revenged the loss and, you know, you're really happy about it. Are you actually happy about it?
It was a great performance.
Okay.
But let's talk about more pressing matters. Let's talk about something a bit more
Come, let's
relevant.
go. I'm ready for it.
You know, like I said, we're both bad guys. Do you accept that? Do you know that you're down here in the dumps with me now? You are a villain in this sport?
Chris, I could not care less. I definitely ain't going to get my violin about and sit talking in a press conference in front of people
no
for a good
violin.
20 minutes.
Conor, Chris, I would normally not interrupt you, but I do have an important phone call. I think both of us in the audience would want to hear from this person as well. You can speak now, you're on.
Hello.
Applause. Where are we on this? I don't know who to address here, but I'm going to Ben or Eddie. Where are we on this rehydration cap? Ben.
Look, it wasn't something that we expected. It wasn't something that was agreed. I think the first fight, the weight limits, the rehydration, it got a lot of controversy in it, and it wasn't right. This was something that was added in last minute. It's something that we'll deal with. Chris is a professional, and he'll make it the way he should. But it's not something you typically see in boxing. Not at this limit, not on the day. And it's just another thing that puts a bit of a downer on the event, when at the end of the day, this is an unbelievable event for British boxing, and it wasn't agreed until 24 hours before a contract was signed.
Okay, there you go. Eddie, any response to that?
No, I think Ben.
Eddie doesn't get a response. I've made it very clear that Eddie is not.
One thing I'll tell
speaking
you,
while I'm on it.
because you better get some better people working for you, son.
It's okay.
Because I'll tell you something now, what you said was very spot on, Ben. It was agreed in the contract.
What was agreed was that the fight would happen and that Conor Benn can beat Chris Eubank Jr. at any weight. That was what was agreed.
No.
Then all of a sudden we get demands from Conor and his team that...
You do know the first fight was £7 rehydration.
The original fight was 157.
I'm not worried about the original fight. You guys sprung it on
hold
us.
Hold on a minute.
About a rehydration
Then you might put on
clause.
£8, £9. Stop talking rubbish, Chris, because that's all you've done all evening, is talk rubbish. You said your team come to my team and in fact said about a rehydration clause. £8 to £9, that's what you put on after weighing. That's what you suggested and we agreed. So to stop pushing it, stop covering your ass for when you get knocked out. Stop covering your ass when you get knocked out.
Okay, all right.
We know what we
that's
signed.
who said that.
We know what we signed and we know what you
Let me just tell you how, from my perspective, how it went down.
It don't, honestly.
Eddie,
Your man said when the contract...
Stop interacting me, Eddie. Let me cook.
No, because you got plum. Grade A plum. And you signed the contract.
I did sign the contract, and I'm going to explain why.
You know why you signed a contract?
I'm going to explain why. I like a challenge, okay? When Eddie and Conor started demanding that there was a rehydration clause for this fight, guess what I said? Show me the money. Show me the money. That's what I said. You know
why?
If you're going to have that advantage over
me, that's why you need the money.
If you're going to have that advantage over me,
you're shit at poker. That's why you need.
Then you've got to pay top dollar.
This fight.
You've got to pay. I'm not going to give you that advantage for free.
Anyway, Addy, they signed
and
the
that's
contract.
exactly what they've done.
And that's why.
Apparently, he got all the money. He signed the contract.
That's right. They paid me.
Congratulations. We'll see you Saturday morning for the
to do
weigh-in.
the rehydration clause.
We'll see you there for the
As
weigh-in.
much as Eddie doesn't want to admit that and for that to be public knowledge, that's what's happening.
What's public knowledge?
I'm being paid to restrict my weight.
No, you're on a weight penalty if you miss it.
No. I'm physically being paid.
Oh yeah.
Do you really think
you got
I would
spun
ever
around
do
in
this
these
if there
negotiations?
wasn't some type of incentive?
See that geezer on your right, who I quite like now? He got spun around like a little kid on a playground on a roundabout. And every time he went round, I went, hello, Ben, hello, Ben, hello, Ben, like that. And he done a good job. He got you a good deal. But he knows what he signed. You know what you signed.
Chris was paid to do this.
I don't care what
Chris
he
was paid to do.
Absolutely.
Good.
And
Good.
Bottom
he was
line.
paid
Good.
to restrict
Listen,
the weight.
we were over the moon. We got 60-40 split in our favour. Next
Oh,
question.
behave, Eddie.
Come with the fight. One thing that you all need to know that Eddie's tried to push hard over the last few weeks is that the IBF enforced a 10-pound restriction anyway at middleweight, so that's why this is safe. The truth is, that's a lie. The IBF...
They moved it to 12 recently.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is what he did not tell you, is that it's a 12-pound weight limit. So, just another example of Eddie lying through his teeth to the public
whoa.
to try and make himself look good.
Not
make
at
the
all.
Situation
It's all
look better.
down to the negotiation, and as I said...
Why
we've
is it
got-
now that only people are only hearing you say it's 12 pounds?
Because that's the IBF rule that's
Oh, no,
changed.
because you chat
No.
shit.
Chris,
You've been
come
trying to
on,
pull the wool over
Okay.
people's
You
eyes.
said in the first fight...
I'm going to expose
you only
everything.
hydrate 5 or 6
Why
pounds.
are you
Now it's
talking
14
about the
pounds.
5 pound? Why are you talking about the last
Now it's
fight?
14 pounds.
Nobody cares about the last fight. We're talking about
So,
now.
Is it going to make a difference?
The
in this
IBF
fight? Chris, is it
enforced a
going to make a
10-pound
difference?
limit.
Chris, just get it in the
And
open now. Is it going to make
not
a
a
difference?
12-pound limit, not
Is it
10.
going to make a difference in this fight?
Why are you talking to me? Conor,
Let me ask you that question.
because your promoter is saying more
Eddie,
on this
one
table
second.
than
Sorry,
you.
Eddie.
But he isn't.
Is this Eubank Hearn or
I'm
Eubank
baffled
Ben?
by the excuses.
This is pretty wild, actually, Conor.
Baffled.
You're letting this guy chat for you. It's embarrassing. Say something.
I'm just answering your
I
question.
don't want to talk to you, Eddie.
I don't want to talk to you. You talk so much shit. You're making
You're so
excuses.
unimportant to me, it's not even funny.
Ditto.
Chris, let me ask the question then. Will the
And you know what it is, Chris? I want to apologise to you because I remember you saying, like, you know, that I was disrespectful to your dad. So I'm sorry if I offended you saying that I hate your dad. I don't hate your dad because you know what it is? Through my stupidity. That was my stupidity. I'm a 61-year-old man, and you know what? I thank God for having Chris in my life because at the end of the day, we've done so much. We've left you lot to carry on the legacy. So at the end of the day, but I apologise for what I said about hating your dad. I really don't. But because you was going on about it, and at the end of the day, I just want to let you know I'm sorry. But Retribution is coming your way, mate. I'm telling you. It is coming your way, mate. You know, he's going to hit you so many times with a left, you're going to be crying for a right. He's going to hit you so many times, you're going to think you're surrounded. I'm telling you, mate.
That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear apologies. I want to hear how your son's going to be.
He's going to put it on you, mate. And I'm so confident, so confident, mate.
Good.
Nigel, what in Conor's career gives you the confidence that he's gonna beat Chris?
What gives me the confidence? Because I know my boy. He's got my DNA, but much better.
He's not even fought a British level.
No. Listen.
Ben,
Hold on. Let me finish. I didn't fight for a British title.
But you fought above British and European
But
level.
28, Ben.
You fought.
You don't know nothing about.
28 years old. At 28 years old, Chris Eubank Jr. was further than this.
At 28 years old, I've got a good 5 years left. I ain't in no hurry. So far, what I have done is good. It's great. So far, what I've done, I'm still undefeated.
I
don't even know why you're talking.
If you're that, Conor, if you're that confident, no, we want to talk about contracts. If you're that confident,
oh, shut up.
right?
Don't come out.
There was a rematch clause in this. There's a rematch clause in this fight,
Which
right?
you asked for.
But both fighters.
You asked for the rematch clause, Ben.
You were desperate for it, Eddie.
Ben,
you were desperate
asked for a
because he's got
2-fight deal.
2 paydays left.
You asked for it.
Yeah, it's 2 easy paydays. Of course.
All right, okay. So you asked for the rematch.
Just to be clear, both fighters were offered. Do they want to take a number if they win or a number if they lose? Right? The higher number if you win, the lower number if you lose. Chris, of course, the confidence takes the number.
You lot
lower
asked
if
for the
he
rematch.
loses.
We didn't want a second fight.
Connor decides win or lose. He wants to say number. So you can talk all in about all the confidence. No, Eddie.
You asked for the rematch. You asked for 2 fights.
It's easy to fight.
Hold on a minute.
You asked for 2 fights.
1 second.
Let's
see
be
what
clear.
You just said. No, Ben, you see what you just said.
You wanted the same number, win or lose.
Hold on a minute. You see what you just said?
Yeah.
I'll pop the messages about you saying to me, make sure there's a rematch clause.
Of course, it's 2 easy paydays.
Don't of course.
Nigel,
You've absolutely done yourself up like Kipper.
Eddie,
Asked for a rematch.
Eddie, I've got messages from you.
Ben, did you ask for a rematch?
Of course, it's 2 easy paydays.
Thank you.
We're getting paid more for the
Sign the contract.
Okay, on to the next thing now. We get it. There's going to be a rematch. No, come on. No, it's too much. It's too much. We're not here to hear you chat shit to Eddie, and it's all bullshit.
That's the best thing you've said all night, Chris.
The only voice I want to hear is Conor, or my own voice. I have. It's the truth. What are we doing here?
What about your team?
No. This is not a team sport. It's going to be me and Conor hurting each other in a few months' time. So all this bullshit you guys are going back and forth about now, it's irrelevant. No one's going to remember
You
it.
started it about the rehydration.
Now, I read a tweet that made me chuckle last week. And it kind of sums up what this fight is. The guy said, Chris Eubank Jr. is an arrogant fucking prick. Word for word. And I can't wait until he smashes the eggs out of Conor Benn. That's what the tweet was. Beautifully written. I don't understand it, but that's the passion that we have garnered now for this fight. Too bad, guys. Conor, I've been meaning to ask you for a long time. It's interested me. How many eggs did you have to eat to fail those 2 drugs tests? You dirty little omelet.
The reality is.
Please tell me.
The reality is.
It's been racking my brains for a long time.
No problem.
Everyone wants to know.
The reality is, I've been cleared 3 times by the NADP, by the WBC, by UCAD, by the way, which people are a lot smarter than you. Number 1, I've been cleared. 2, you will never be cleared of being a wanker. Period. That's it.
So when you say you've been cleared, what does that mean?
I'm cleared of people by a lot smarter than you.
What does it mean?
You have the IQ of a 5-year-old child.
Does that mean that the drugs weren't in your system?
I've been cleared. Done.
There you go.
That's it. No, you keep going on, but I've been cleared.
The entire public wants to know why
that's the truth.
There were performance-enhancing drugs in your system, and all you and Eddie can come up with
do your research.
After 2.5 years
do your research.
He's been cleared. We can't say how or why.
Do your research,
but he's been cleared. It's okay.
Well, I would like to say, you don't spend nearly £1 million to fight the case if you're drugged cheat.
Yes,
and that
you
was
do.
his
That's
own,
exactly what
that
you
was their
do.
own money. No,
No, but he's an
I don't
idiot.
care how
Because
much
he owes
money you
Neymar
put
4 million quid. That's why he's taking this fight. So don't talk shit.
What did you say? What?
I said he owes Neymar 4 million quid. You not heard? Oh, exactly. So don't come and talk to me about bollocks. This is why you've taken this fight, and you're about to get rendered unconscious for it. You're money hungry. That's the only reason.
I was just
That's it.
giving you a
sit down there
chance
and
to
have a
explain
think.
yourself to the public.
You sit down there and have a
I
think.
guess you guys don't have an explanation, but you're cleared, I guess.
Done by
That's
people
it,
who are
but
a lot
you took the
smarter
fight.
than, by people who are a lot smarter than you, Chris.
Listen, I'm sure
Period.
they are. I'm a fighter.
Oh, well, exactly.
I'm not,
That's it
I'm
then.
not
So then-
I'm not an academic.
Well, exactly. That's it.
But one thing I do know is you are a judge.
What I do know is you're an idiot
There's
who's
no
taking
way
this
around
fight because he owes someone some money. That's what I know.
How much money do you owe Eddie? Let's talk about that.
I owe Eddie nothing.
I
No,
heard,
no. Let's-
I've heard you.
Okay, you've
he
heard.
paid for your house. He paid for your cars.
I can confirm that's incorrect.
yeah.
Conor Benn owes us
What
no
shit?
money.
We all know we can't trust what you say.
But what shit are you
But
talking?
I think that
What
that
shit
is
are
actually
you
the reason
talking?
why you've been pushing so hard for this fight, Eddie, because you want to recoup some of that money.
Oh, I love the fight. I think he wins.
I know, of course you think he
No, you don't, Eddie.
Of course I do, Ben.
No, you don't.
That's why I didn't want a rematch. And you made sure there was one in because your bum was
You
flat.
wanted a rematch.
Not at all.
You
We
begged
never-
for a
we never
rematch.
had-
We don't give a shit about the rematch. We care about what's going to happen on April 26th.
Good. And what's going to happen? Because you
Addy.
keep talking about the last
This
fight.
is
You
this
keep
is
talking about
the
this and
easiest
that.
press conference
What
I've ever
happened?
done. I don't even need to be here.
What happens April 26th, Chris?
What do you mean? What happens?
You tell us.
Do you like I haven't said it a million times already?
Really, you've kind of beat around the bush. You're the bigger man, points, have some respect. How do you win?
I said
How do you
I am the better fighter, not because of my size, but because of my pedigree, because of my experience, because of these 35-year-old fists.
What happens?